January 2026 is a wrap, and if your watch list is looking dry, you are in the right spot. I've binged every single BL released this month: Japan, Thailand, Korea, you name it. And these are the 11 series keeping me hooked. But let's be honest, not everything on this list is worth your time. I found some diamonds in the rough, but I also waded through some murky waters to get here. I'm giving you my unfiltered thoughts on everything I watched this month. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 11 is Reloved, and honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to continue watching this after what they pulled in the latest episode. I'm so angry I literally want to throw a blender at the screenwriter's face. Without spoiling too much, let me just say I was only here for the second couple, and the writers completely destroyed their storyline. Meanwhile, the main couple is testing my patience. They are stuck in one of those ridiculous loops of confusion that could be fixed with one honest conversation, but instead the writers decided to drag it out and make them unbearable. It honestly feels like the screenwriters were jealous that the second couple were stealing the show, so they sabotaged them just to force us to watch the boring main leads. I'm not sure if I'll finish this series, honestly. I fully hate watching this show because the plot is such a train wreck that I physically cannot look away. As usual, the second couple is carrying the show on their backs, but the messiness is the real hook here. I mean, that scene where the younger brother hooks up with his senior in the same room as his older brother, that has to be one of the wildest, messiest things I've ever seen on TV, and I'm still laughing about it. Also, can we talk about the older brother? How can you be that naive? He's completely blind to how horrible his brother's friend is. I didn't realize being a virgin made you that desperate for male attention. But okay, it's trashy, it's ridiculous, and I'm still seated for every second of it. The Chinese BL studio Secret of Us is feeding us well again this year with more cute content. But let's be honest about Awakening the Step. I'm watching this for exactly one reason, and that reason is the lead actor. Why is he so handsome? I've zero shame admitting that I'm only tuning in to stare at him. The eyes are mesmerizing, the body is incredible, the plot is non-existent, but who cares when the visuals are this top tier? Every episode delivers at least one swoon-worthy moment, and that is enough for me. Honestly, I'm just seething with jealousy over the guy who gets to kiss him. If you want eye candy, this is the one. Why is Peach Lover so dirty, and why am I already this obsessed after just one episode? First things first, Poon looks so much better here. His acting feels way more natural, and the chemistry with this new co-star is miles ahead of whatever was happening with Saint. I'm fully logged in on this story because it's giving me major BJ Alex vibes. If you know, you know. And the spice is outrageous. They did not hold back, and I'm not complaining. It's messy, it's hot, and honestly, I cannot wait to see what they do next. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have a serious love-hate relationship with Jungdong. In theory, I love the idea of them together, but the execution usually falls short for me. But Dare You to Death is the one series I'm actually enjoying. I don't know what is in the water at GMM TV lately, but they are getting a lot of things right this year. Dong's acting has genuinely improved, and I'm actually buying him as the radical police officer Kamin. Interestingly, while the acting is better, the chemistry feels a little toned down compared to their usual standard. But honestly, it works. It's not enough to put me off, and I'm still enjoying their romantic scenes. The plot definitely has your typical GMM TV loopholes. They just can never seem to nail those mystery crime scripts 100%. But I'm hooked enough to want to know who the killer is, so it's a solid watch for me so far. Course and book have me completely hooked on Melody of Secrets. We all know their chemistry has never been an issue, but their acting has definitely leveled up significantly. I'm obsessed with their portrayal of Tan-kun and Boat Plank. The kisses are hitting, the chemistry is on point, and I love how subtle and natural Book is as a character suffering from DID while being gaslit and hypnotized by his own grandmother. The story is dark, intense, and has this beautiful melancholy vibe that I'm really digging. I feel like people are sleeping on this one because they don't want to use more than 2 brain cells to watch a BL. But trust me, if you pay attention, the mystery of what happened to his lover is unfolding so perfectly. I really hope this doesn't stay underrated because it deserves way more hype. I'm usually not the biggest fan of Bond and Fubin. Their acting and chemistry don't always land for me, but me and Thee actually works. The lighter plot meant they didn't have to force the angst or heavy drama, which really played to their strengths. The kisses were better this time around, and overall it was entertaining without making me cringe. Now obviously this is not my typical vibe since I prefer plot heavy shows, but the fact that I actually finished this series says a lot, because I have never made it to the end of a Bond woman show before. I know some of you are going to fight me in the comments because this show blew up and you think it deserves to be higher on my list, but listen, people have preferences. This is where it lands for me and I'm sticking to it. I don't care how popular it got, I'm not the one cashing the checks from its success. So I'm just going to be real with you about how I felt. Countdown to Yes is coming directly for my heart. Why is it so cute? Friends to Lovers is one of my absolute favorite tropes, and this show is hitting every single right note for me. First of all, the actors are adorable, but what I really love is how they communicate everything through their eyes. Since the characters can't confess to each other yet, all that longing and tension is just simmering in the way they look at each other. To me, this is the mark of a good actor, being able to scream exactly how you feel without saying a single word. I'm loving the pacing so far and I genuinely cannot wait to see where this goes. We are only one episode in, but First and Countdown have already reminded me exactly why I love them. These two just elevate everything they touch with their emotional delivery. I went into this expecting a purely light-hearted story, but the angst in the first episode hit me right in the feels and sucked me in immediately. I love the character work here. Carl's character Lynx is so cat-like himself, even though he seemingly hates the cats his mom kept. And on the flip side, you have Tiger, who has this deep connection to them. Plus, the cats are obviously adorable. It's such a unique, refreshing concept for a BL, and honestly, the plot feels brand new. I'm already seated for this rest of the season. I don't think it's too soon to say this, but this story is my absolute favorite compared to the previous 2 parts. I cannot believe how deeply invested I am in Tonfa and Typhoon's story. The chemistry is incredible, the acting is solid, and I'm a sucker for an angsty plot, so this was made for me. And they were not lying when they said Tonfa is a wolf in sheep's clothing. That scene at Tonfa's house, it literally took my breath away. The heavy breathing, the intense eye contact, and the way he looked like he was about to pounce on Typhoon but barely controlled himself. My heart actually stopped. I'm genuinely sad this is ending soon because it has easily been the best story of this project so far. And my number 1 BL of January is none other than Burnout Syndrome, simply because this is exactly my kind of show. I live for emotionally complex storylines, and I'm obsessed with the fact that none of these 3 characters are perfect human beings like you normally see in most BLs. They are all messy, flawed victims of capitalism, and I love how their individual greed is woven into the narrative. We all knew Gunn was the best actor at GMM TV, but Ov completely blew me away. He's just so damn good in this, effortlessly hot and sexy. And Dew has never looked more handsome to me. Director Anuja clearly has a knack for making men look incredible. Just look at Not Me and now this. She knows exactly which angles, outfits and vibes will make them shine. What I love most is that the show is erotic without being sex heavy. It has all this subdued sexiness that keeps you focused on the plot and the relationships while still showing you exactly how horny these characters are. It is a genuine piece of art and it needs to be appreciated more. So that is my ranking for January 2026. From the absolute messiest hate watches to the masterpieces that destroyed me emotionally. We really had it all this month. Now I need to know, do you agree with my number one pick or am I completely delusional? Let me know in the comments which series you're obsessed with right now and what I should be watching in February. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more unfiltered reviews, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.